Hello, this video is a reminder of our exercises for the feet and also stretching, and it can be used as homework as well, but you don't need to make all the time the same sequence. You can take some or next time some other. But the only thing that now I'm making as a sequence using feet exercises as a warm-up before stretching. So if you are going to stretch, please use some warm-up before stretching to make tissues more flexible and avoid micro injuries. Okay, and so first sitting exercises with the feet. Taking the thigh like this, grabbing with our fingers, with 4 fingers, ligaments in the behind the knee, rotating the ankle inwards and outwards, and we are grabbing and a little bit moving apart these ligaments, so making the space under the knee. 10 outwards, 10 inwards, and changing. Yes. Then holding the shins below kneecaps, it is rolling the fingers and stretching. Rolling and stretching, making accent when rolled and making an accent when stretched. And stretching is going like this to the wall or to the ceiling and wall corner. I mean up, not to the face. Like this, not like this. Okay. And it can be first 10 times, then it can be 20, 30, up to 50. It depends on how tight muscles are for now. And from time to time we can add some numbers of movements. And the next one is making the same, but with our hand. So big toe is here under this bone, and index finger is like fixing and a little bit straightening this big toe. And the rest of hand fingers is above the toes. And index finger is also helping to roll. Yes, it is from inside, but is also pushing. Okay, it is both hands. And here we can roll like with force, of course not to make it painful. And variation of this is also pushing with the feet into the hands. Like this, the arms are also stretching. But it depends on how high are you sitting and if it is possible to make. If not, then it can be only like this. Okay? And the next one is putting the feet, but separating metatarsals and toes. Metatarsals, toes, heels. And always shins and feet are in parallel. Shins and the feet are in one line and shins are parallel to each other. And now we are going to lay down. First of all, we are making sure that our pelvis are entirely on the floor, pressing, and the belly is also pushing and is in contact with the floor. For this we can lift our pelvis and first put the belly, then the sacrum, and then the cortex is not touching but is also pointing down. Okay? And we are rotating also shoulder blades. As there is one thing when we are rotating the shoulder blades, flatten them on the floor, the curve can occur and it can be the hole here after this. So we need to rotate the pelvis again. Yes, and then to legs to the face, and we are making steps with our pelvis from the shoulder blades to lengthen the sides and to put our back completely to the floor. And when we move like this, our shoulder blades leave at their place, so we need to rotate them again, like rotating and tucking shoulder blade. I'm making sure I'm putting it as a flat piece on the floor, okay? And then a little bit slightly pressing upper shins. I'm pointing and I'm pulling my sit bones from the shoulder blades for my face. The movement can be invisible, but it is such kind of movement that our sitting bones are going to move out of our pants, okay, towards the wall in my case. And then instead of this you can take some box, something light. It can be also book, but the book is heavy and the book can be too thin. So, and we are going to move our knees in the direction to our elbow, like this, and the opposite way. Making this, there is several points of concentration. The first is the angle between shins and the thighs. It should be approximately 90 degrees, so not like this. Second, here it can be less than 90 degrees, but it is better for abdomen. In this position we also use our abdomen. Like this I'm not using actually, okay? And the second point is shoulder blade. When I'm moving to the left, for example, my right shoulder blade is staying, pressing the floor. The same. And the third important thing is this side. As I move in, for example, to the right, my left side now is very long because of stretching, but my right side is now have a tendency to to become shorter, yes, to compress, to shrink. So I can make like a step from my right shoulder blade to make this side longer, and only after this to twist, and the same. So actually doing in dynamic this exercise is like walking. Each time we are a little bit walking towards the wall, like this. It is okay. The only shoulder blades can walk also with us. I'm showing now a little bit more than it is actually. Actually, it can be smaller steps. Okay. And sorry, as a fourth point of concentration, it was the knees. Knees are as a one knee. They are not slicing like this. So the knees are in one line and touching each other symmetrically. It will stretch. Now we are going to use a roll, and I'm using a roll to rotate my pelvis and to push against the wall to straighten my body and to make like my body in one line, my trunk in one line with my legs. And right leg will be pushing, continue pushing, left leg is really stretching. Before we begin, we pay our attention on our left side of our pelvis, and we point left sit bone towards the wall, or left sit bones is pointing to my right heel. This is incorrect, this is correct. I'm making big movements, but it is only for showing. And like here, it is my work, real work with small movements like this. And we are interested here in 2 points, like for example this point with straight leg. Left leg is always straight in this exercise. This point, for example, is point B, where you don't feel any stretching sensation in the leg. And for example, here can be point B, where you feel as your maximum. And we are going to move from A to B, only using your hands. And left leg is relaxed. And where we are moving towards B, it is we'll be using our exhalation like this. And here it can be inhalation. Exhalation doesn't mean complete exhalation with holding the breath, so we are not leg in this position. It's only like soft, dynamic. And every time you can go deeper. And the last one will be stretching in standing position. You can use something instead of yoga block, like a book with a hardcover, or you can try to place your foot just on the wall, but it depends on what kind of wall you have, and it can be not a very comfortable sensation. Okay, and with the back leg we need to find a distance that standing like this, it is not actually stretching yet, and we are going to bend the body towards the wall, and stretching sensation will appear. Here we are working with calf muscle on the back leg, and on the front leg we are working with hamstrings, like this. But before we begin, we make sure our pelvis is in one line with back leg. I mean, not like this. So it is sacrum down, pubic bone up, and resist with the thigh, because as we are rotating, also thigh wants to go forward and knee is bending. So the knee of back leg is straight, knee cup up, tight resist, and sacrum down, pubic bone up, okay? And also two iliums are like watching forward. Two iliums are in the same distance of from the wall. It means I am not standing like this, like this. So when preparations are made, then we can using our hands, we are going slightly forward, and it is exhalation, the same principle, exhalation. And when it hurts, when it is stretching, we can come back with inhalation. Every time we can go deeper, but make sure it back is straight and sacrum is still down, or we can say coccyx to the heel, sacrum to the heel. This angle can be very